Hi everyone, one of the things from my latest Sephora haul was the Makeup Forever HD foundation, and I explained that I'd had this before and that it was in the wrong shade, and I didn't really give it much of a try just because it looked ridiculous on me. I think I bought it when I was in Brussels and I must have been quite pasty that day because the shade was far too light. When I got home it just made me look like a ghost. So I kind of gave up on it, but I was in Sephora in Chicago and I decided to give it another go. And I just want to apply it today and talk a little about what I think about it. So I'm just going to apply it first. So I'm just going to take one pump onto my hand. And the way I apply it with a brush. Some days I apply it with a damp makeup sponge. It's quite light. Just going to work it in. Sometimes I go over it with the stippling brush, just very lightly, more as just an extra step for blending, because I don't use powder when I use this foundation. Okay, and there it is. In my opinion, this foundation is the most foolproof foundation ever. You cannot apply this wrong. Because you're buying it from the makeup artist at Makeup Forever or wherever your counter is, you're getting colour matched exactly. My shade is 140, and the day I was there, the Sephora's makeup artist was in there too, and one of the makeup assistants was saying that she's never really around, so it was my lucky day. But the makeup artist looked at me and just went 140. So I took her advice, and it's a perfect shade. It matches my skin exactly. It's very fluid. It's easy to blend. It's not as thick as, let's say, Colour Stay, or it's definitely not as thick as Studio Fix fluid, but you get great coverage. I actually was trying to decide between buying this and NARS Sheer Glow, and the makeup artist recommended this over the NARS Sheer Glow. I think that might be how I ended up buying it again, was just because she preferred it to the Sheer Glow. She said that they were similar types of foundations, similar effect, but that the Makeup Forever had more coverage. So it was $40. Which I suppose is about €27, which is very good for a foundation, especially Makeup Forever foundation. I'd imagine that in Ireland we pay probably nearly €40 for this foundation. It might be 34 if I remember from my last buying of one of their other foundations. But I think it's well worth the buy. It's not often that I recommend expensive things. I feel like that if something needs to be amazing, you know, for me to recommend it on YouTube, just because although I'm very happy to part with my money to try things, I know everyone else isn't. Well, some people, you know, a lot of people aren't. There are more of you like me out there, but I think, you know, if you were going to go to the stage where you're going to recommend something, it would want to be good, particularly if it's expensive. I do recommend this. It is, I would be very happy just to use this every day and no other foundation. As it happens, I did pick up another few foundations, so that won't happen. But I would be very happy to stick with this. It is great for day wear. It holds up at night. I've gone out dancing with this on and it hasn't budged, which is a real feat, I think. The colour range is amazing. It's designed for professional use, so you'll be colour matched exactly to your specific shade, which is great. I'm sick to death of buying foundations that are in the wrong shade for me. I have bought, I'd say in 2009, I have bought maybe 7 foundations that weren't the right shade for me, and all of them were recommended and decided by the makeup assistant. So that doesn't bode well. The worst being my Laura Mercier foundation, which I don't know what they were thinking. That, you know, when they looked at me and thought that shade would suit me. Anyway, so this is perfect shade for me, which I'm really happy about. The downside is the price, but I do feel like it's worth it, and I will be definitely buying this again. It just leaves your skin feeling like you're not wearing any foundation. You could apply it with a damp sponge, as I said, with the brush. I did see people's reviews before where they were saying they didn't like using the stippling brush for it because they found that you use too much of the product. I just like the coverage that a brush gives. I like that it looks... I find with my fingers that I get a little bit more of a thicker effect, and I don't really like that. So I like that this just looks like your skin. I think you'd be hard pushed to find somebody who really doesn't like this. And I think if someone was wearing it, you would think that their skin looks really natural and lovely and flawless, but that you wouldn't have to ask them, what foundation are you wearing, because it just looks like skin. So this really is kind of a second skin foundation. So out of all my expensive buys, this is probably the only one I really recommend. Thanks for watching, everyone. I have some more videos to record. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.